Construct a histogram. Let's go to the movies. Okay, we're not really going to the movies. We're going to construct a histogram to represent the data shown in this table about the running time of movies. Looking at the running times, we can see that the least value in the data is 89 and the greatest value is 219. Now we'll choose intervals and make a frequency table of the data. Since the range of the data is 130, we can use an interval size of 30 minutes. Make sure no number appears in more than one interval. To find the frequency, we'll tally the running time of each movie in the interval that it matches. There are 8 movies that last between 81 and 110 minutes. There are also 8 movies that run for 111 minutes to 140 minutes. For the running time of 141 minutes to 170 minutes, there are 3 movies. No movies ran from 171 minutes to 200 minutes. The longest running time was between 201 minutes and 230 minutes, and just 1 movie belongs in that interval. Now we'll construct a histogram to show the data. First, we'll draw and label a horizontal and vertical axis. The horizontal axis will have the intervals of the running times. The vertical axis will be the frequency or number of movies that fall in each category. Don't forget to include a title. We'll call this histogram Running Time of Movies. Next, show the intervals from the frequency table on the horizontal axis. Each interval from the frequency table is spaced evenly along the horizontal axis, even the interval with no tallies. Now, for each time interval, draw a bar whose height is given by its frequency. Remember, there is no space between bars because all of the intervals are equal. All bars have the same width. For the first interval, there were 8 movies that had running times in this group. So draw the bar up to the 8. The second group also had 8 movies. Again, we'll go up to the number 8 and draw our bar. Only 3 movies had a running time of 141 minutes to 170 minutes. We'll draw our bar up to the number 3. There are no movies that ran between 171 minutes to 200 minutes, so there's no bar for this group. Finally, there was 1 movie for the last interval. Draw the bar up to number 1. Now our histogram representing the running time of movies is complete. Let's see if you get it. This table gives a set of test scores. Choose intervals, make a frequency table, and construct a histogram to represent the data. Let's get started. First, we need to find the lowest and highest test scores. The lowest score is 73, and the highest score is 100. Next, we need to set our intervals. Since the range is about 30, we can use an interval size of 10. Our first group will range from 71 to 80. Group 2 will range from 81 to 90, and our last group will range from 91 to 100. Now let's tally the test scores according to each interval. There are 5 scores in the 71 to 80 range, 16 in the 81 to 90 range, and 11 in the 91 to 100 range. Now that we have our data, let's construct a histogram. We'll title this histogram Test Scores. First, we need to draw and label a horizontal and vertical axis. Put the test scores along the horizontal axis and the frequency of the scores along the vertical axis. Next, label the intervals from the frequency table on the horizontal axis. These intervals are the ranges of the test scores, 71 to 80, 81 to 90, and 91 to 100. Now for each test score range, draw a bar to the corresponding number for its frequency. The number of scores frequency on the vertical axis is in groups of 5. There were 5 scores in the 71 to 80 range, so draw a bar to the number 5. In the 81 to 90 range, there were 16 scores. 16 is just above 15. And for our final test score range of 91 to 100, there are 11 test scores. Draw the bar just over the 10 mark for 11. So here is the constructed histogram representing the set of test scores.